everybody, and welcome to Storm Reads. And today I'm going to do a book haul. I've been hoarding a few books for a little while, and then yesterday I went to the bookstore and the restore place and got a few more books, and I thought I have a bunch now. I need to go ahead and do a book haul so that I can decide where I'm going to put all these books. But the first book I have is an ARC that I got, so I'll go ahead and start with that. And that's Spy School, the graphic novel by Stuart Gibbs. And I'm really enjoying the Spy School series, and this was like a surprise. I didn't realize I was getting this in the mail, and so that was kind of cool. And so yeah, it comes out, let's see, February of next year, and it's the first book of the series, but in graphic novel form. So I think it's going to be kind of fun to go back to the first book in the series and read it in the graphic novel form, just to kind of see their idea of the characters and all that stuff. There's a few of the characters that I'm really curious about. Here's the inside, but yeah, it's got some nice graphics. It's not too overly done, but it's just right, I think. Got some here. Yeah, so I think that'll be a lot of fun. So thanks to Simon & Schuster for sending this my way. Okay, and so the first group I have here are books that I got at the library. Our library decided not to do like a big library sale this time. They have a shelf, like, it's kind of like one of the library carts that they used to push around, and they've put books on it, and it tells the prices, like paperbacks are 50 cents, hardbacks are $1, stuff like that. And they also have a little gift store where they have some more hardback books and stuff that you can go in there and look. And so they just decided to do that this year. So now it just means that I have to go back to the library more often to see what's been put on their selling cart, because I can't just go and get everything I want all at once, and I'm always afraid that I'm going to miss something. So, anyway, I got the whole series of Theodore Boone by John Grisham. This is the middle grade kid lawyer kind of series, and I've always wanted to read this. And when I saw these, and I mean, they are like in super like good condition. The only one that has a bit of a problem is the second one, and it looks like when they opened up the like box or something, like they cut it across here, and I just put a piece of tape on the inside. But yeah, so this is the kid lawyer series, and I'm not going to like talk about them. I'm just going to show you what each one of them look like. And so this is number 1 is Kid Lawyer, and number 2 is The Abduction, and so you can see where it's got like the slash across here. The third one is The Accused. And then the fourth one is The Activist. Then we have The Fugitive. And The Scandal. These last two have a little bit different cover. And then The Accomplice. So I am looking forward to this series. Middle grade March will be here before you know it, and now I've got plenty of middle grade books to read. Then I also picked up Little White Lies by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I don't really know anything about this. It says debutantes don't get mad, so I guess they get even, maybe. I didn't realize it was a series until I got it home, but this is the first book in a series at least, and so I'm kind of curious about this one. So if anybody has read this one, let me know. Then of course I had to grab me a romance. I got, and it's like really good condition, so I went ahead and grabbed it, and this is Southern Nights by Janet Daly. And see, it's like in like pretty good condition, and it's like from probably the 80s. Oh, 1980. So yeah, so there's that. And I've never read this author, but it's an author that I've been wanting to read, and so I decided to grab up Tess Garrison's Life Support. And it's a novel of medical suspense. And I think it's either the first or second book in a series, I believe. But I think it's like her second ever book, maybe, or something, because Harvest was her first book, and then I think this one, and it's about an overnight ER rotation at Springer Hospital, and is a calm one, which suits Dr. Toby Harper just fine. While Toby is fiercely proud of the stripes she's earned as a resident in the big city ER, she's come to appreciate the pace of Springer. But no hospital could have been prepared for the man Toby admits one quiet night. Delirious and in critical condition from a possible viral infection of the brain, he barely responds to treatment, and then he disappears without a trace. So, sounds kind of cool. But, yeah, got that. And I thought it was in pretty good condition, because I'm pretty sure this, when I looked it up, it was like the second book she ever wrote, and I don't know, like, if it's a reprint. No, I don't think it's a reprint. I don't see it. It says 1997 was when this one came out. So, and then this is a book by Stephen King that I didn't have. It's when he's writing as Richard Bachman, and it's The Regulator. And I think I have the other book that is similar to this that's under his name, which is Desperation. So I thought it would kind of be fun to have the other book that's like this. I think this was kind of like when Stephen King was kind of cheating a little bit and revamping some of the books he wrote under his name, but putting them under his other name, because they're like really similar to each other. And so I think this was one of them. And I've only read one book by this author, and I've been wanting to give him another chance. And I did like the one that I read, so it's David Balducci, and it's Split Second. It's in pretty good condition. And then I got another one from him, and it's called Endgame. I thought they were in like super like nice condition for library finds. Somebody took really good care of their books. Okay, so that is all of the library books, and so this next haul is when I went to the bookstore specifically to look at what they call their book buffet, and what that is books that are on the outside of the store. They've got them in like little shelves outside. And they're probably books that they have way too many of, because it is a used bookstore, and so they just put them out there, and they're for donations. So, like for $1, $2, you could just pile up on a whole bunch of books, because they don't say how many books you can take, and they don't tell you how much money to donate. They just want you to donate. This month they're supporting. They're calling it Socktober. And they are going to take the donated money and buy socks for the inmates in the local jails. So I thought, I wanted to go and see if I could find some things and give them a donation for that. And we gave him $5. Dad got a few things too, and then I got some. He got more like magazine type things that they had out there. But I found a few things, and so I've never tried this book. I don't know what it's about, but I've read Dan Brown before. Actually, I got a few Dan Brown today on this, and it's The Digital Fortress by Dan Brown. I don't know anything about this one. It says the ultimate code. It's powerful, dangerous, and unbreakable. And so I was kind of curious about this one. And I have wanted to try this one for a long time. And I was so excited to see it out there on their book buffet. And it's The Devil in the White City by Eric Larson. And it's in pretty good condition. Got a little wrinkles there, but for the most part, I thought it was a pretty good find for the book buffet. Because usually the books that I find out there are pretty crinkled. But I figure if I get them from the book buffet and then I end up enjoying them, then I can always get me a better copy later. And then I found this, which is the BTK Killer. It's Unholy Messenger, The Life and Crimes of the BTK Serial Killer. And if I do read nonfiction, these are the kind of things that I prefer to read, is true crime. And I saw that, and I thought, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and grab it. I read a lot about the BTK Killer, and I was really just curious to read some more. And then I have The Lost Symbol by Dan Brown, and I've been needing to read it. It's probably one of the oldest books on my shelf, but I think I need to do a reread. And I remember enjoying these books, and so whenever I seen this out on the book buffet, I thought, you know, it's kismet, right? So we've got Angels and Demons by Dan Brown, and I remember I read this probably, and I had a little paperback of it, probably back when it first came out, and that was a while ago, and we won't see how long ago, but it was a while ago. So I'm excited to have a nice copy, because the book I have is a hardback, and so now I've got a hardback of it. Then I went to the Restore, and I figured it was meant to be, because you can get 10 books for $1 there, and this was there, The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. So now I have like all three. And so I thought that was pretty cool that I found this after I found Angels and Demons at the bookstore buffet, and then I found this at the Restore. So I just thought that was really cool. Then picked me up some romances, of course, because I found a few things, but I'm like one of those that it's 25 cents a piece or 10 for $1. And I'm like, well, I found like a few books that I really wanted at the Restore, that I'm like, I'm going to go and I'm going to look and see what they have in the romance part, and just gather up some more like Harlequins or other category romances that I found, because I just really like these like vintage looking and kind of older romances. And so I went ahead and grabbed, and these two are Bantam romances, and they are, this one here was only 60 cents, so it's fairly old. Let's see. So even on its like, looks like it's reprinted, but like it first came out in 1962. But like this, I think is from 1968 maybe or something. But like even that's still pretty old. But it's Emily Loring, and it's Throw Wide the Door. And it says, a dark-haired girl meets her fate when she returns to her childhood home, a suspense-packed story of romance and danger. And it's not in too bad a condition for as old as it is. Then I got another Emily Loring, that's from the Bantam Romance line, and it's called High of Heart. And it says, two men, two loves, two ways of life. A loving young girl must make an agonizing choice. So got us a love triangle thing going on there. Not my favorite thing, but hopefully I enjoy it. And this one, let's see. Wow. The first edition of this one came out in 1938. But this is a reprint from 1971, it looks like. But the story in here is rather old, so I think that's pretty cool. Then I found a couple more of the Mystique books, which are kind of the French line of Harlequin books that I found. Like the first, found this out whenever I was Googling Mystique books and found out that it was part of Harlequin, and it's got the French flag around it. Goes like around and everything. And the authors are French. And this is Snows of Offenburg by Alex Andre. It says terror and death stalks an ancient castle. It's a romantic suspense, and it just looks like super cool. And then this one is A Passage to Jamaica by Claudette Wanier. I have no idea how to say that. But it says blackmail was only part of the ugly plan. Got those. Then I found this one, and it's a second chance at love, and it's a Jove book, and it says a meeting with the past. I just like the butterfly, I think, mostly. That it was in kind of decent condition, so I went ahead and got it. It says, the heart doesn't count the years or the tears, and if romance is grand the first time, there is nothing more precious than your second chance at love. So then I just got a Harlequin Presents number 271, and it is The Vines in Splendor. And that's Helen Blanchin? Probably butchered that. But yeah, it's in fairly good condition. And it's got the red, I like that. This one is from 1979. So. Then I found it looks like maybe a mystery of some sort. Maybe a mystery romance, I'm not sure. But it's Siren in the Night by Leslie Ford. It says, the eerie wails of a siren in the night spells murder. So, you know. And it's fairly old. Yeah. 1942. So, yeah. Pretty old. And then I couldn't pass this up because it's Alfred Hitchcock's Coffin Corner. I just thought that was pretty cool. I've never seen an Alfred Hitchcock book, so it says Alfie's back with Coffin Full of Devilish Delight. First time in paperback. Cool. Oh, and this is like the first publishing too, so it's published in 1968. So that's pretty cool. And it looks like it's a variety of stories by different authors, not just Albert. Albert Hitchcock does the introduction, so, and then it's got books by a bunch of different authors. Cool. And then I saw this one, and so I just grabbed it. It's a Harlan Coben, The Boy from the Woods. And I've got a couple of Harlan Coben books that I need to try, because I've never tried him. I just keep adding to my collection, which is why I said I really need to start reading books off of my own shelves, because I see books, I grab books, and then I don't read books. I get books from the library or other stuff, so I need to start reading my own books. But yeah. I think this one's a fairly recent one, like in the last couple of years, maybe. Copyright 2020. Oh, so this was from last year. So pretty good find at the restore since it didn't cost very much because I got 10 books for $1. And there you have it. That's all the books that I got from either the library, the bookstore, the restore, or the one that I got as an advanced reader's copy, which was really cool. So if you've read any of these books by chance, let me know what you thought about them in the comments, but don't spoil. And don't get too negative if you didn't like them. But yeah, just let me know what you thought about them and everything. And so I hope you liked this video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.